What's going on, you brothers? It is your gracious host, Mr. International Passport, here again for yet another classic live stream. Hope you brothers are doing good worldwide. First and foremost, you know how very important it is for you brothers to hear me. So before I go any further, how is my audio, brothers? Can you hear me loud and clear? Please press a one in the chat if I'm coming in loud and clear, audio wise, brothers. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear, brothers. Okay, just press a one in the chat if I'm coming in loud and clear. Thank you, Matumbo Dibui, for confirming that. Mr. Thomas Demihin, thank you, bro, for confirming that as well. Conrad Grant, thank you. So I think we're good. So, brothers, welcome to another classic live stream. I want to say first and foremost, thank you very much to those who support this channel over the past few years. That is greatly appreciated. And welcome aboard the people that have recently joined this channel. I welcome and accept you with open arms. Brothers, please do the usual. Please hit the like button as soon as you come in. Likes are very important. Make sure you support the channel by the Patreon Diamond tier, the Cash App, the Super Chats, and anything you can, please, brother. That'd be greatly appreciated, brothers. So, brothers, welcome. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are around the world. We have a very special stream today and a very special guest called Mr. Dre, who will be breaking down his incredible experience as a Black British man living and dating American women. I spoke to him personally and I was shocked in his success rates in dealing with American women. I often hear American brothers complain about American women. It was a complete opposite for this Black British brother during his year in America. So without any further ado, how you doing, Dre? Everything good, bro?
Evening, everyone. I'm doing perfect this evening, IB.
Thank you, Dre. So, Dre, do you mind giving us a brief introduction about? I'm hearing some background noise, bro.
You can hear some background noise.
Yeah, are you moving around?
No, I'm not. Is it better now?
Much better. Thank you, bro. So,
Okay.
do you mind giving us a brief introduction about yourself, Dre? Who you are, where you're from, and anything special or interesting about you, brother, before we go any further?
Absolutely, sure. So, I said my name is Dre. From London, born and raised. 30 years old. I guess something interesting about me that correlates with today's stream is, I actually studied abroad in the States for a year. So, I think that was a really good, unique experience. Yeah.
Okay, thank you,
Anything
brother.
else?
I know. I think that's perfect, bro. Thank you,
Okay,
brother.
cool.
So, so let's get straight into it, brothers. So, brother, what were you doing in the States in the first place, and what made you even go there in the first place, bro? Break it down for us, brother.
Absolutely, sure. So, the domestic university I attended in the UK, they gave me the option to go out to the States for 2 semesters. And I was salivating at the idea of doing that, and I went through the formal channels to apply, and I was granted admission to a university out in the States. So that's why I was out there for a full year.
Fantastic, bro. Was that based on a sports scholarship? What made you get that? What made you even go there in the first place, bro?
So what it was, I my university, they have relationships with universities, all around the world, and it was kind of offered as like a sandwich type course situation. So, and it's somewhat correlated with my degree as well. So, the stipulation was if I go out there, I would have to take courses that correlated with my actual degree course out in the States. And it was just, something the university offered. And I just decided to, capitalize on that opportunity.
Okay, thank you, brother, for that breakdown there. So let's get straight into the meat of things regarding women. Brother, you being a Black British man, how did American women treat you as a brother, as a Black British man in America, brother? Break it down for us, bro. Was it a crazy experience? Was it like was it like feeling like prime Denzel Washington, brother?
Listen, you're gonna make me reminisce right now, but when I think back to my experience in the States, I didn't really know what to expect. So that was actually my first time um, going to America, being in America, and it was just, it was like a movie. It was literally like a movie from when I landed. So I remember when I landed, I was just quiet. I was just observing, landing JFK, just looking around. I remember being amazed at how big everything was. I was like, oh wow, it's like UK on steroids. Everything's just big, like cars, the infrastructure, and yeah, and definitely the women caught my eyes. I've seen a lot of pretty women. Even the demographics and the composition of women out there are different. Like for me, I know some of the brothers from the States because they're domestics and they see it all the time. It doesn't mean anything to them, but for me, I'm seeing Latino women, I'm seeing black women, but a different kind of black women. It was just the novelty was just really really apparent, and yeah, I was getting a really good reception from the females, at least the ones I spoke to. When I was there.
Damn. So, brother, so you come through, brother, right? You being a black British man from London.
Yeah.
So let me ask this, brother. As soon as you opened your mouth and they heard the accent, were women attracted to you like a moth to a flame?
Listen, bro, you literally just you hit the nail on the head, and it started in the airport. So I remember, um, I went to, and this is my first experience. I went to McDonald's to get a hot chocolate, and I lined up, queued up, and I said to the lady that I said, I think I said, afternoon, can I get a hot chocolate, please? How much are they? And she stood there, she just froze, and she looked at me a few seconds. She said, what did you say? I said, a hot chocolate. Are they not in stock? Is the machine broken? And she was like, oh my gosh, where are you from? I said, oh, I've just flown in from the UK, from London. And it was like, she started this whole conversation with me. She's like, oh my gosh, I love your accent, all this stuff. And, I didn't really realize that it was a superpower out there. So if that conversation threw me off. So, I didn't see that as an avenue to be like, oh, you're cute. What's your number? I was just like, oh, wow, I actually just need a hot chocolate. So, she asked me a few questions and she was like blushing and stuff. I was like, I appreciate the service, and I kept it moving. So that was the first inkling that, oh, wow, okay, you know, I think I could, this has value out here. I wonder how I can use it to my advantage moving forward.
Damn. And what was that a black woman? Was that a black American woman that gave you that reaction?
I, yeah, I believe it was a Black American woman. Yes.
Lord have mercy. Jesus. Oh, okay. Let me get my thoughts together right now, brother. Just wow, wow. So, okay, so as soon as you step off the airplane, positive interaction. So she didn't judge you on what you were wearing. It was just the accent that made her shocked. Incredible.
Absolutely.
Damn. So okay. So now you go onto campus, university campus. We want to hear the whole experience being a black British college guy dealing with American woman, brother. Tell us the stories that amazed you, just you being a black British guy. And obviously the explicit version of this stream will be on the Patreon this weekend. So we're gonna keep it very PG. But in terms of dating matters as to the woman you were dealing with, and let's start with looks. The caliber of women you were dealing with in college, brother, were they actually, man, this is too much, bro. Let me rewind it back, brother. So first day in college, tell us about that, brother, as a black British man.
Okay, so when I first got to the university campus, um, so my approach was almost like an entrepreneur. So I'm a self-starter. What I found was a lot of the international students. There was an international cohort whereby there were people from Australia, the UK, all different parts of the world that came to campus early to do like a international intro week. And what I found was they were clicked up. They were moving as a clique and doing everything together. My whole approach was, look, I'm gonna chill with them for now, but when when the main student body, the domestic Americans come, I'm breaking away. Like I want to, I want to catch some fish. I want to expose myself to the authentic US college experience. So, to answer your question, so what was the question again?
Yeah. So no. So
Okay.
first it was good. So
Yeah. So
what
exactly.
was?
Mhm.
No, bro.
No, so I was exactly. So yeah, your question was about first day. So that first week, basically, before the international students came, I mean, before the domestic students came, um, there were a few US students, and let's just say, I scored a goal, a tap in the first week, um, with a a calm US student. But yeah, it was a good, just a good experience. It was just me, just moving around campus, talking to people, and just getting the same reaction from the different girls. Oh, where are you from? Welcome. And I just found that US people just seem to be a bit more friendly, which kind of shocked me.
Damn. So, brother, tell them about the situation where I think you told me where you
Mhm.
went to like a fair and then a group of women were surrounding you because of your accent and people were hating on you. That was a funny
Oh,
story, bro.
oh, absolutely, absolutely. So, um, the second week when the main student body were on campus, they have a thing called an involvement fair. I think it lasts like 3 days, so 3 different days, and there's an involvement fair whereby student organizations advertise at their specific stand in the hall, trying to tender for people to join their organization. So I didn't go to the first day or the second day, but I thought, let me go to the third day just to, just to flesh out what was going on. So I went to the involvement fair, and I was going to different stands, talking to different people, and generally speaking, people were quite friendly. And then I got to the fraternity and sorority section, right? I had no knowledge of. I literally didn't connect the dots. I didn't even know what sororities and fraternities were. So I got to um, a sorority section. I think it was like one of those Latino sororities, uh, and I was talking to like some girls. I was just confused. I was like, okay, so what's this logo? And just break it down to me. And before I knew it, there was a bit of a crowd around me where these girls were trying to explain to me what it was, and they were all just being friendly and smiling. And then another group of girls from another sorority walked over, and they were all being friendly. So talk to me, where you just being too friendly. And I'm like, oh shit! I just started to realize there was a bit of a crowd around me. And then like right next door, the very next stand to the right of where we were standing was like, I think one of the male black fraternities. And I kind of stopped talking to the girls after a while and just went over to him and speak to the guy. I said, "Hey, lovely to meet you. So what's the name of this your group called?" And his whole body language and energy was just like unfriendly. I tried to shake his hand, he didn't shake my hand, and he just wasn't he just wasn't interested in even talking to me. And I was just like, okay, so that's the coldest energy I've got since I've been in this hall. And I started to like kind of piece things together. I was like, okay, so yeah, he's not friendly and stuff. But yeah, I got a lot of love from those girls at that point, and I didn't realize information travels quite fast on campus. So you know, I kind of made a bit of a name for myself just through that experience.
Okay, awesome, brother. So, brother, let me ask this right. The caliber of American woman you were dealing with in terms of looks wise,
Mhm.
were you dealing with eights, nines, and tens based off you being a black British man, bro?
Absolutely. Like, listen, IP, I don't know about you, but I just personally feel, I don't know if it's like the grass is greener syndrome, but I just felt like the quality and caliber of females, like aesthetically, looks wise, in the States, I felt like it was just higher than the UK. And I
Mm.
felt like the girls were the girls were really good looking, but they didn't realize how good looking they were because there were a lot of good looking girls. So kind of like, because there was, the market is somewhat oversaturated kind of brings down their value. That's how I felt. So yeah, I was dealing with like I'd say quite top notch, very attractive females, black females, white females, and everything in between.
Lord. So you're telling me all races of women were giving you play? So black, white, Asian, Latina women, you don't they were all giving you play, bro? Jeez.
Yeah, pretty much like if the ones I approached, it was I put it this way, I don't remember ever getting like turned down or a woman being unfriendly towards me. It was always like a level of reciprocity.
Damn.
Even if she had a boyfriend, it was like, oh, yo, sorry, I've got a boyfriend, but let's be friends type thing.
Lord have mercy. This is crazy. So, what was your first impression of American women compared to UK women? When you were in there in America, bro. Would you say UK women were better than American women, or American women were better than UK women, or were they both horrible on the same spectrum?
So from my perspective, I felt like US women were more friendly, especially from a black British male perspective. I just felt like it was, I say that they're a bit more affable. You speak to them, more willing to speak to you back and be helpful. I felt like a lot of them better looking, um, and just generally speaking, it just felt like a more just a better kind of interaction. However, as far as when you start talking, I do feel like a lot of them do like to play games though. Like it was different style, of different approach as far as how I texted them and things of that nature. I did feel like even at that early stage, yeah, they did play games.
Wow. And what did it do to your confidence? Dealing with that caliber of woman in terms of looks wise, because when back in the UK, brother, how was your dating life like as a black man in the UK, brother? Was it horrible?
I would say it wasn't horrible. I never didn't struggle with females, but it was still a level of effort required to acquire females and take it to the different bases. And it was just like any regular guy, you kind of have to put in work. Whereas in the US, it was like the process was expedited, and it was like my stock value shot through the roof. Now I specifically remember um, dating this one girl, and we'd gone on a date. Um, I told her to show because she was a local, so I told her to show me some areas like in the local area that some monuments and some sites. So we'd gone on this date where she'd taken me to like different places, and then we sat down on a bench, and she started telling me how uh she I don't know why she said this, but she said, "Oh, let me rate you out of 10." I was like, "Excuse me?" She said, "Let me rate you out of 10." I said, "Go for it." She said, "Well, in my view, you're a 12." I said, "Excuse me?"
Oh, what?
It's, yeah, and she was coming aggressive. Like, listen, when they see something they like, they go for it. And I was like, "Oh wow, that's interesting." I said, "What makes you say that?" And she said, "Well, you're black, you're British," and it was just showering me with like compliments type thing. I'm like, wow, these women are direct out here. So yeah, like it
What?
was definitely
Damn,
a smoother experience.
Lord. So what race was that chick that gave you a 12 out of 10 in looks?
Oh, that particular girl, she was white.
You're black, you're British. She said that, bro.
She said that verbatim. You're black, you're British, you got an accent. Like she was like she laid it out.
So, brother, you're telling me the way you sounded was basically a cheat code with these women. They didn't care how you looked. Just you being black and having that English accent, you were just getting dimes left and right, bro.
It
Lord have
carries weight.
mercy.
It carries weight. It carries weight. But one thing I did realize about US women was um there's I think I don't know if it's just me, but I found that there was a culture of like women would like get taken off the market quite quickly. even at that young age, people are like 19, 20, 21, 22, and it's like, um, girls are in relationships. But if you're coming a certain way, I just felt like there was avenues for, me as a British guy to potentially, you know, take certain guys' girlfriends off them. But it was all love, man. Like, females showed love.
Did you get hate from American men?
Yes,
Because you're
yes,
getting so
yes.
much love. Oh, bro, break it down for us, brother. Tell us the hate you got from American men because
Yeah, it's
you
just,
being a
and
black British.
generally
Yeah.
speaking, once again, Americans, I'd say they're way more friendly than British people, but it was a little subtle things that would occur that would show me that, hey, some of these American guys are uncomfortable with my presence. So, like, I remember like this one class I took. I just so happened to sit next to this quite attractive girl, and we got to talking, and we used to talk before class and then after class, and our conversation, we used to talk quite loudly so people could hear our conversation in this class. And she always used to ask me all these things about the UK, and she's a super attractive girl, and she was just like, she was fascinated by me, so she would just sit next to me, and it kind of gave off the impression that we had something going on with each other. And then I remember, like, it was one evening, I think I was walking back to Subway, which was just off campus in downtown, and I bumped into this guy that was in that same class as me and that girl, and then we just got to talking, and he told me that, yo, I can't lie to you, I didn't like you initially. I said, excuse me. I said, why? He said, because you just used to talk to that hot girl, and everyone in the class thinks that you two are smashing each other, and it's just like, I was like, why? I said, why didn't you like me? Well, why didn't you like me because of that? He said, I was just hating a bit. We just laughed off after a while, but he was like, you're a pretty cool guy. So that's an example of a guy that actually admitted it, which shocked me. Um, and generally speaking, it was just little subtle things. You know, it could be
Damn.
a look. It could be,
Okay.
oh, sorry, yeah, we're not going to give you entrance to this particular function, that type of stuff.
Damn. Did you ever get? Did you ever come to a fight or near a fight because of the attention you were getting, bro?
Um, I got into I got into a few kind of verbal disputes, but I found that when you stand your ground verbally, generally speaking, people are quite cool. So yeah, I got into a few verbal, you know, had to challenge a few people, thinking that you're soft and stuff because because you got a British accent.
Oh wow, interesting, bro. So, brother, can you break down the races of the girlfriend you dated in America and how you met them, bro? I keep hearing background noise. I think you're moving. Are you using your mic?
Yeah, sorry.
Earphones. I think you're moving. That's why.
Okay,
So
sorry. Yeah,
you keep that still, bro.
I'll stay still. Okay, so the races. So I was pretty much all over the shop. So white girls, um, black girls, and I just found like the black American girls, they just had a certain, like, I don't know if there's extra seasoning to them, like something I liked about them. Um, dated Dealt with a few Latino girls, which we don't have many of those in the UK. Um, some far Eastern Asian girls that
Oh,
I kind of speaking to as well. Yeah.
oh. You dealt with East Asian women. Break down the experience of a black British man dealing with East Asian women, brother. Did they come to you? Did you approach them? How did it work, bro? Break it down
Okay,
for us,
so
bro.
that particular situation, so there was so I actually met so I approached this girl um in like the lunchroom. She had like just a nice body, and I paid her a compliment, and we became friends off the back of that. And then she invited me to her place where all her flatmates were for like drinks one evening. And one of her flatmates was like, I think she's Chinese background, something like that. And yeah, we just had a really good evening, drank, just good vibes, and yeah, it it was just a smooth kind of process, you know, like um, I would say that she just the Asian girl I dealt with, she was very Americanized, so she might as well have been a a white girl because
Mm.
culturally it just felt like an interaction with just a white chick. You feel me?
Mm. Damn. So, brother, so which race of woman gave you the most play out of all the races of women, brother?
Which race gave me the most play? Well, just numerically, there were more white
Yes.
girls, right? So there was just more white girls. However, I just say just, but the ones that were like, I'd say, hmm, this is a tricky one, man. I would just say to any black British guy that goes out to the States, especially if you're in a more rural area, like if you're in New York, for example, they get foreigners in and out of the state all the time, especially if you're near the city. So, the novelty isn't there. But if you're like in you go to some like rural, you know, university, people are going to be very shocked at your presence. So, but I'll just say any girl that I chose to apply pressure to or just expose myself to, um, it was just reciprocity. White, black, black girls especially liked me because I was black, and it was oh my gosh, you're not from, you're not just you're not from just round the way kind of thing. So that definitely intrigued a lot of the black girls. But yeah, generally speaking, it was just good feedback from just everyone.
Did you deal with rich girls out there in college, bro, from wealthy backgrounds?
Um, Maybe, but I wouldn't have known because it wasn't really like a factor in my kind of interactions with them. But yeah, the economic aspect never really came up, especially when you're that age as well. It's not really like a huge thing.
Okay. Did you experience any horrible experiences dating an American woman or American woman in general? And could you break down what that experience was, bro? PG.
Okay. um, I had one experience that was a bit awkward. So there's this one girl I was kind of seeing, and she did get a bit clingy, which I didn't like. And I remember you know, I developed this strategy whereby I decided that I would um, kind of friend zone her because she was always around, like just like clingy. So I said, let me friend zone her and like use her to be around some of her friends, so I could bounce around with some of her friends. And it kind of backfired because she had this thing about her where it was like she was just like the queen of cock blocking. So that was a bit annoying. Um, she didn't really bring any value, but yeah, nothing extremely bad. But that was a situation that was a bit just awkward because it was like, why are you being clingy? And then when I tried to you know, split and get away from the situation, you're just around all the time. And then when I tried to be around your friends, female friends, you're cock blocking. So it was just like, yeah, this is a bit jarring.
Was that a black woman?
Yeah, that was a black woman actually.
Damn. So let me ask this now, brother. What was your best experience with an American woman when you were dating them?
Best experience. Okay, so I think one of the better experiences, that girl I told you about earlier, I was like, oh, you're a 12 out of 10. That was a really nice experience. Like I remember like we went on a few dates. I remember she had a sister that attended a university that was a few hours away. When we went on a road trip to go and see her younger sister, which was nice. I remember like telling her that one of my favorite drinks, I discovered like um I probably discovered iced tea properly when I was in America. They had these big cans that had like these nice, I can't remember what the brand was called, But I remember just being like, oh my gosh, I tasted this iced tea brand for the first time, and it was amazing. I remember like next time I saw her, she had like a whole box of them for me. I was like, oh my gosh, I love you forever. And I
Wow.
remember like it was just a good experience. And I remember dating her. I remember like when the Thanksgiving period came up, she was like, oh, like I know you're probably not going to go back to the UK. You know, you can come and stay with me and my family. I was like, oh, what? Are you sure? And she was like, yeah, yeah, like, you know, you be part of the fam. I was like, okay, why not? Let's do it. Um, so yeah, I remember like, that was like a good kind of dating experience.
Wow. So, brother, as a black American, so as a black British man, right? You've
Hmm.
now dealt with American women. You know, our American brothers across the pond tell
Hmm.
us that American women are not wifeable. You, as a British black man, do you agree that American women are not wifeable and they're for the streets and just for a good time?
Um, I think I think it's a big country. I think the population is massive. I think different states equal a different experience. Um, you know, different classes. It's got classism out there as well. So different classes of girls. I think there's a huge pool to pick from. So I think as a black British guy, um, I think there's scope to go out there and acquire uh, something out there, something of quality as well. Um, but it just really depends on, I think, your location and access to the kind of woman you're looking for. So I don't agree that just U.S. women for the streets from a black British guy's perspective, because mainly because a domestic kind of American might deal with a woman and get a certain kind of behavior from the woman because you know that's what she's used to seeing and being around or dating those kind of guys. Whereas if a black British guy went out there, she might change, adapt her behavior to be a bit more cooperative, feminine, um, just off the fact that you're quote unquote foreign. They used to say that a lot. Oh, you're foreign. You're foreign. Just tend to be a bit more understanding and um, a bit more adaptable. I find.
Interesting, bro. So, would you say that you dealt with feminine and submissive American women as a black British man, brother?
Um, yeah, I would say so.
Damn.
Absolutely. But I think at that age, it was literally like I was 21 at the time. It's like putting a kid in a candy shop and you're getting reception from everyone. Like I'm talking about very attractive girls. It's like, hold on, you like me? I'm like, why? You know what I mean? Like you, not that I'm some unattractive guy, but I'm like, nah, like you basically start to feel like you're Superman. And sometimes when you've got so many options, you don't necessarily, you know, figure out a strategy to just stick with one. So yeah, it's just you just have a lot of options out there. I think opportunities are a lot more rife out there.
Wow, this is incredible, bro. Um, Interesting. Damn. Did you deal with a foreign woman also in college, but a woman that were not American?
Good question. Oh, so I didn't deal with any per se in that way, but I was friends with a few. I interacted with a few, and it was interesting, right? Because like for example, the Australians I spoke to, and there was a girl I was friends with that was from this small country in Europe. I can't remember where it was from, but I just had a few like foreign kind of female friends, but it was never. I never advanced it in that way. I was just more so intrigued by the Americans. So that's where my focus was. But yeah, I didn't deal with any foreign girls to answer your question.
Damn. So, brother, you pretty much experienced a rock star experience in America. Would that be the same for American brothers in the UK? Would they experience that same experience that you experienced in America and the UK, bro?
I think so. I think it's about it's all about exposure to certain social enclaves. So for example, if an American brother is working for a company in England, I'm pretty sure you know they'll have that same kind of appeal to
Mm.
a lot of the kind of domestic females out here. So I think it's all about the environment and exposure. But yeah, I absolutely think that they'll get a similar reception. They'll just find girls just kind of. I remember like calling like this girl I used to deal with. Um, she was like just a female friend, and I remember calling her on the phone whilst I was in the States, and I was with one of my Black American friends, and she was like, "Oh yeah, let me put him on the phone. I want to hear him talk." And he started talking to her, and she told me like straight up like, yeah, like she's super attracted to the way he was talking to her and all this stuff, and she told me she was a bit of moisture content, downstairs kind of thing. And I was like, excuse me?
She said that. Jeez.
Yeah, yeah, because we had that kind of relationship. So she's just being cheeky. But yeah, she actually said that. So like, you know, it's yeah, definitely I think Black American brothers would get good reception out here in the UK.
Lord. And brothers, having that factor where you're different goes a long way. And that's the reason why brothers do, brothers that are American, UK, do well all around the world. You're different, you bring something different, you're rare, woman will obviously be curious, so use that to your advantage. Incredible experience, bro.
Really.
Incredible. Wow. So, based on everything you've experienced with American woman, do you see yourself marrying one in the future?
Um, I kind of feel like look, I'll never say never, but one thing I experienced or I observed about like American females, especially when I was at university, like so in the UK, when we go to university, UK is a lot smaller. So when we go to university, it's kind of like, we do our 3 year degree and then we move, we either after university, we move back to, wherever, family home or we rent in the area we used to live in before we left for university. But the energy I got from like the Americans, it was like, them getting into university and studying is like a big thing. Like, you know, families are so proud of them, making it to college. And it's like everyone in their own way, whilst they're at university, is kind of like strategizing um, an exit plan of how they're going to, play out their adult life um, as soon as they leave uni. So what I'm trying to get at is I feel like US students, they kind of grow up a lot faster and they live
Mm.
in a more pressurized kind of social experience. I feel like when it comes to the university experience and then transitioning afterwards, just to adulthood and getting a job, and so a lot of people like strategizing with looking for pretty much looking for their husbands and their wives at uni so they could go, rent somewhere and figure it out. Whereas in the UK, I feel like it's a bit more socialist and the government's got I mean the student loan system isn't as intensified, so a lot of us aren't in fourth gear
Mm.
in the way that a lot of our US counterparts are. So yeah, it was
Man.
a slightly different thing. So the point I was trying to make was I feel like a lot of girls they settle down a lot quicker, in that in that time period between in the early late teens to mid to early to mid 20s. So I feel like there's a lot of leftovers now, basically. So I'm not sure that I would want to delve into the US
Yeah.
market right now looking for looking for a girl.
So let me ask this right now, brother. You saw the college experience within the naked eye. Would you say that American women were getting ran through in college? Keep it real, brother. Are the majority of women HOES, right? Are they getting ran through? Because I see spring break, I see what goes on in, in Austin State University or UCLA. A lot of freaky ish going on. Um,
Yeah.
in your opinion, are American women do they just wild out at college and get a high body count, and then that makes someone want wifeable down the line, bro? Keep it real with us, bro.
If I'm honest, yeah, I think
Oh,
yeah, they're pretty wild. Like that was the energy I got. Like yeah, pretty liberal in that regard. Like I definitely picked up that energy. Not all of them, you know, some good ones in there. You know, some that were a bit more focused, but generally speaking, I did get the energy that it was like, you know, we're fully liberated. You know,
oh, damn. So essentially, brothers, 99.0.11 women in college in America are getting ran through. Not all of them, but 99.9%.
yeah, there's a strong
So
percentage.
don't wife them up, man, brothers. The American women are they're done for. They're spoiled fruits. So Dre, thank you very much. I'm gonna put the phone lines in the bit. So me and Dre recorded a Patreon explicit version of the stream, and so when we were discussing explicit, it's very explicit. You know, this brother, he's telling us what these American women get down in college. You know, especially with a black British brother. So if you want to hear that explicit version, uh, join the Patreon Diamond tier. Matt Battle, Thomas Demihin are members of the Patreon Diamond tier, so they'll be watching that very soon. I'll be dropping that video this weekend or next week. So if you want to hear the explicit version of the stream, join the Patreon Diamond tier. Make sure you hit the cash apps. Make sure you hit the super chats and support the channel. Get the likes up. Anything else you want to add, Dre, before I shout the super chats and the cash apps?
No, nothing to add. Nothing to add.
Awesome, brother. Thank you very much for that, bro. So, shout out to uh, Mr. Mo Miserable for the $4.99 super chat. What's going on, bros? What's going on to you too, brother? Shout out to IP for constantly dropping fire content. Thank you both for the kind words. I dropped the Germany video yesterday. How did you brothers find that Germany video? Classic, bro. You know, you watched that video yet, Dre?
Yes, sir. I watched that actually. I watched that today. Quite useful because you know, I've got a trip to Berlin coming up, so that was definitely some gems in there.
Absolutely, man. See, brothers, man, I'm doing a lot for you, brothers, man. You know, I'm doing a lot for you, brothers. You know, so you know, it'll be great to get some appreciation because I spend a lot of hours getting interviews and streams and uploads. You know, for you, brothers, that kind of content. So you know, show love to the channel, show love to what I do. Appreciate the content that I push out because you know, it's very tough, but I care about you, brothers. Okay, much love. Thank you very much for that, Mr. Mo Mizzle. Shout out to Mr. Jeremy Sears for always supporting the channel. Appreciate you, brother. Much love to you, bro, for the $25 super chat. Thank you, bro. Awesome, brother. Appreciate you very much, bro. Shout out to Mr. Kenny Peoples for the $5 super chat. I found my passport card when they checked. You do it when they check you in, do they check you in with your booklet or your passport card ID? Um, Again, brother, I'm not in America. I'm in the UK, so I would say just to keep things safe, take every documentation with you to the airport. Your passport card, your passport booklet, everything, bro. And whatever they ask, give it to them, okay, brother? So I appreciate you, Mr. Kenny Peoples. Hopefully that answers your question. If not, I'm happy to speak to you about it further, okay? Much love, brother. Thank you. Shout out to Mr. Jeremy Says again for the $5 super chat. Thank you, bro. Much appreciation, Jeremy. I appreciate that a lot, brother. Thank you, bro. All right, awesome. So let me see if I got a couple cash apps real quick. Hold on, bro. Come and get your soul food. All right, no cash apps. Cool. Shout out to Mr. Jeremy Sears again for the $12 super chat. Third time, appreciate you, Jeremy Sears. Much appreciation, brother. I respect what you do for the channel, brother. It means a lot to me, brother. Jeremy, thank you, bro. Awesome. So, brothers, if you want to reach out to me on Any social media platforms? I'm on IG, so here's my IG, brothers. I'm also on Twitter as well, so follow me on Twitter and send me a DM on Twitter. Thank you, brothers. Here's a link to my Patreon, so make sure you join the Patreon Diamond tier. The Cash App is open 24/7, so please feel free to donate to the channel via the Cash App anytime you can. Today or this week, that'd be greatly appreciated. And of course, here's a link to my Facebook group. You got to be a part of the Patreon Diamond tier to get in there, and you also get special access to our Discord server too if you're on the Patreon Diamond tier. Okay, so let me open up the phone lines, and please be respectful to our guest Dre, or you will be punished. Okay, we got to keep it respectful, and no trolling, and keep it on topic. Anyone that speaks about anything else, I'm dropping you off the panel. We got to keep it on topic in this live stream. So don't talk about any personal problems. This ain't the stream for it. All right. Let me pin that real quick. All right, calling brothers. Awesome stream, Dre. Incredible.
Appreciate that.
You met any American woman in London that giving you that same love?
Not really, but when I do bump into Americans, I'm always like really nice to them in the UK, and I'm always like, oh, I've got experience. I'm always quick to tell them my experience, and it's always like, uh, you know, this kind of friendly exchange. But I just keep it moving. To be honest.
Yeah, I find that the Americans in the UK, they're a bit
Hmm.
half and half. They're half and half. Some
I
come
agree.
across as very arrogant, or some come across as very nice.
I agree.
Yeah,
No, I agree with that. It's not. It's just not the same as what you're out when you're out there. It's just a bit like, you know.
yeah, and maybe because they're here, they get all the attention, so they feel like they can treat people bad. So I don't like that. You got to be respectful to everyone. Thank you,
Exactly.
Thomas, for confirming that. Turn off the camera, please. Let me bring in Mr. Thomas Demihin. And Savage, thank you for confirming as well. Turn your camera off if you want to. Let me bring in Thomas. What's going on, Thomas? How you doing, bro?
What's up, bro? Can you hear me?
I hear you loud and clear, Thomas, the king. How are you, bro? Everything good?
All good, bro. How are you?
Hey, I'm not doing bad, man. Not doing bad. It was hot today. So,
Oh man, sorry, man, my fan is on. So, bro, also my windows are open as well, bro. Sweating protrusively, bro.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, you saw the vest I'm wearing, bro. I need it, bro. It's just too hot.
I'm
But
shirtless at the moment, man. I ain't wearing no shirt, bro. It's too hot for a shirt or vest.
I guess. But it's good to have the UK man them back. That's
Most
good.
definitely.
How you doing, bravo?
I'm all good, Thomas. Man, how you keeping?
All good, bro. All good. So,
Yeah.
bravo, American women.
Yes, sir.
I haven't been to America. I haven't been to America for 7 years, bro. Uh, um, I can't believe what you said, bro. Like, some American women are wife material. Nani? Am I hearing you? Am I hearing you correctly, bro?
I'm just going off of my experiences. Like, I had certain interactions where I was like, wow, she's good looking, good conversation. Like, why not? But that's obviously that was unique to my experience because, someone that maybe didn't have the same attributes as me might not get the same kind of reciprocity, if that makes sense.
Mm,
Yeah, like I'll give you an example, right? So I just found, generally speaking, I just got lucky with a lot of things. Like there was a lot of favor. Like I remember, like there was this one class, right? we got divided into groups, and we were told that we had to do this group project where we we had to do some prep and then do a presentation to the rest of the class. And my outlook when I'll be honest, I was on BS out there. Like, I was just on partying. I wasn't taking my study serious. So I got I got allocated to a group with 4 other individuals, and they had planned to meet up in the library, do some studying, and prepare for this presentation. I didn't show up for any of the meetings. Like, I didn't show up for any of them. And what happened was, on the day of the presentation, I remember waking up thinking, "Oh shit! Like, what am I gonna do?" So what I did was,
Language, bro.
oh yeah, sorry, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, language. So I woke up on a data presentation, and I dropped an email to the professor and said, "Hey, can I come and meet you? I need to explain something to you." And she was like, "Yeah, sure. Come to my office before class." And I took a look at what the topic was, and I remember like doing a bit of a Google search, and then I took some paragraphs off of Wikipedia, and I put it on an A4 piece of paper, printed it out, made it seem like I had done the prep for the presentation later that day. Went to her office in the morning, was like, hey, professor, I've been terribly ill these past few weeks. I wasn't really able to link up with the group to do prep. I'm so sorry. She said, well, look, do the presentation, do your best, and she'll just bear in mind my mitigating circumstances. I said, I appreciate that. Anyway, cut long story short, did the presentation. I met my group members on the day for the first time, and they're like, "Hey, dude, like, what's up with you? Like, you never came to any of it." I'm so sorry, I've been ill. I was still using that same excuse. And basically, it was like a criminology class, and the topic had something to do with like US gun crime laws and stuff like that. And for my part of the presentation, after all the other members spoke, I basically did like a comparison of UK and US gun laws and stuff, and my part of the presentation was more interesting. So what happened was people were asking me all the questions, and it made it seem like I was the center of attention, and I had done all the work. So we ended up getting like a top grade in it, and everyone was congratulating me. I'm like, oh shit, like, how I pulled this off? And, and it wasn't because I was intellectual or I had done anything amazing. It was just, just the whole British factor,
Let me ask this, bro. In terms of the N-word use there in America, did anyone refer to you as the N-word at all?
That's right.
And did you have to fight back and tell them, no, we don't say that disgusting word? What was
I
the
can't lie.
dynamic there?
Yeah, I can't lie about that. Like, yeah, go on.
Sorry, bro. Yeah, that's true. That's one of the questions that you always ask. I was waiting for you to ask that question, bro. Because in America, bro, I heard that the N-word, the one starting ending with A, bro, it's thrown around. I think it's honestly, bro, I think it's a part of the American vocabulary, to be honest. Like,
It's sad.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's real. That's a really good question.
Yeah, did they refer to you as the N-word? Well,
okay, so interesting. So as far as like someone like directing abuse at me for using the N-word, there was one occasion, just once in the whole year I was there where I was walking on the street with a friend, and some white guys in one of those pickup trucks, those big Tahoe trucks driving by, and it was like, he said, you used the N-word, you hold the N-word at us. And I was like, what? That's never happened to me before. And my friend was like, yeah, don't worry, just ignore it. So that was one occasion where it was actually held at me. But like outside of that, you're absolutely right. When I got there, I couldn't believe how it was used in this conversation, just amongst people, like just regular people.
Black people only, or all races of people?
Nah, bro, like I heard black, everyone using it. Like, heard some white guys.
Man.
I heard this one Arab guy saying it lots of times. It was just didn't care. I was like, and it was like, well, it was used like saying the word man. Like, you see how we would be like,
yeah,
hey man, like, oh man type thing. It was used like that, just casually, and I that did shock me. Can't lie.
Were the women saying it as well?
No, I didn't hear any women
Across
using
all
it.
races.
No, I didn't hear any women using it. It was mainly just guys.
Yeah, that's why I can't see myself living in America long term. You know, I'll be getting into a lot of fights, to be honest, or a lot of disagreements or arguments. It's just something that I just can't be around with. It's just disrespectful. You know, you don't see black men saying racial slurs of other races. You know, even black people shouldn't even be saying the N word. You know, that's my personal opinion. It's just a disgusting word. We gotta rise above that as educated brothers who are on this SYSBM movement. We can't be saying those kind of words and swearing all the time, and we got to come across as real men. You know, if we want to be taken seriously, man. Disappointing. I'll say that.
Yeah, man, it's true because I don't want to get too deep, but you know, when you see other races of people, do they refer to themselves with racial slurs? Nope. But it's only black people from the UK and the US who use that disgusting word. It's a shame. But
Damn.
brother, yeah, bro, like that's why I can't see myself raising my family in the West, bro. It's not gonna happen. Um, but brother, like, how are the Keishas like, brother Dre?
You know
Like
what?
brother Dre, like, make
Hmm.
a comparison. You give me every detail you like. I want every small detail. UK Keishas versus US Keishas.
Before you do that, Dre, hold on.
Hmm.
Shout out to Mr. Jeremy Sears again for the fourth time supporting this channel and this stream. Thank you very much, Jeremy, a legend. Thank you, brother, for the $5 super chat. He says for the culture. Appreciate you, Jeremy. Thank you, bro. It really means a lot to me, brother. Thank you. Go on, Dre.
Sure. So I have to be honest. So it was a mixed bag. So there were some that I kind of met passively that I just was unimpressed by. But there were a segment of the Keishas out there that were just impressive. You know, like beautiful looking, nice skin tone, just well spoken, and just
Really, bro?
just down. There at the university. There were a segment of Keishas that were nice, and I was just impressed. Like good looking. There were a segment. Not all of them, but there were like some that I met where
Brother,
I was just impressed.
brother, you know I'm going to have to interrogate you now.
Okay.
IP, I didn't want to do this. IP. When it came to the Keishas, brother, you see this small segment of Keishas, yeah.
Hmm.
These US Keishas. Did
Hmm.
they have weave? Did they have Wolverine long fingernails? Did they have window cleaner eyelashes? Did they have the window cleaner eyelashes, brother? Did they have BBL all sagging out? Did you smash any of these Keishas? And if you did their pum pum smell like fish?
You know what, bro? Honestly, you know the archetype you're referring to.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
because I
yeah.
was on a college campus, but they existed though. So let me not sit here and act like they didn't exist. But there were another there was another kind of black female that I met where they were black, but they had that nice little kind of light skin tone to their skin, and their hair was natural, and it was just good looking kind of thing. And I met a few of those, some nice kind of
Ooh. So you're
light
telling me,
skin
bro,
black girls. Yeah.
did they look like Tatiana Ali?
Oh yeah, yeah, like that kind of skin tone. I met a few of those kind of girls as well.
Whoa. Yeah.
There were a few. I say, um, there were the Keisha archetypes that you referred to. They did exist, but when I was on campus, there was just some that I was like, you can't even deny it, she's just nice. And it was like
Mm-mm-mm.
haven't seen that type of black girl in the UK. You know, those kind of black girls in the UK, the variation would be what we would call a lighty or a mixed race girl. But these girls were just black girls. I don't know if it's because of the legacy of um, the slave trade or whatever, but I think a lot of African Americans, if you trace their DNA genetics, there is a bit of kind of Euro in there. So that could be it, but I couldn't deny that. Hey, this black girl she's just nice. You know what I mean? Compared to what I've seen in the UK, and this variation of black girl just doesn't exist in the UK. You know.
Wait, one question, bro.
Mm.
You know, when it came to other races of women in the US, did you encounter any Native American women?
Native American. I remember speaking to this one girl that was like she has part Native American in her, and she got like a partial like scholarship because of it. But like I didn't outside of that was the closest thing to it.
Oh, okay, awesome. All right, so sorry, Happy, I know I'm asking so many questions.
Go on.
I know some brother is in the room waiting, but
Nah, man, he ain't coming back, man. This guy's he's weird, man. Look what
who?
he's saying in the private chat. The guy,
Wait, hold
look
on.
at the private chat, man. Who
What is he
does he
saying?
think he's talking to? You know, you got some weirdos that come on. Get out of here, man. Absolute weirdos, bruv. Carry on, Thomas.
Oh,
Weirdos.
brother, so brother, who was the best group of women? Was it the Latinas, the Keishas, Becky's? You know what? I'm sorry, but let me give. I took in the liberty of giving these groups of women nicknames. Here it goes. Was it Maria? Was it Keisha? Was it Becky? Was it Maylin? Which one, bro?
You know what? I think, especially for like UK guys, you guys can vouch for this. We just don't have Marias like that, just floating around. I couldn't believe the Marias because for me, the Marias, I'm like, hold on, they're like the hybrids of everything, and they look good. Like that was most impressive to me. Like I thought they were very good looking. So I thought like they were the like looks wise, they were some of the nicest I saw in the States. The Marias.
What about any Afro Latinos, bro?
Yeah, there was a few floating around, and I kind of put them in the Maria category as well. You know, when I went to New York, I met a few. So yeah, and I was just kind of impressed. Like, yeah, they're nice. You know, very attractive.
Oh, brother, did you actually? Where were you in America? Particularly, what state?
Oh, what state? Okay, so it
What
was
state and city, bro?
state and city. Okay, so it was Michigan, the actual like city. Let me confirm that. I can't remember what the actual city was called. 2 seconds. But no, you carry on. I'll get this specific city. But go on.
Because I wanted to know is did you witness any animosity with like tribalism, any and how can I say this in a friendly way? IP gang affiliated warfare, gang affiliated activities. Did you meet any of that, bro?
No, not at all. You know, I said I was on a university campus. I've kind of shielded from that. I just wasn't, you know, like living like, you know, as just a regular kind of civilian in that way. You know, it was more of a closed off kind of student experience. So, and so yeah, I didn't experience that, to be honest.
Okay, awesome. So, brother,
Yeah,
one more question, Thomas.
Oh yeah,
it's like an interview, bro.
What was the question I wanted to ask? So, brother,
go on.
What? Okay, brother. Tell me this, brother. If let's say you had to choose one between the two, who would it be? American chicks or British chicks? You have to choose one.
Oh yeah, for a British guy's perspective, you would pick you would pick an American girl, absolutely, because the selection is just more to pick from, and like they're just nicer. It's hard to explain, but I just think they're just more attractive. That was just my experience. They're just literally just more attractive, and then just a bit more. It's like I don't say low hanging fruit, but just like it's kind of easier. Like I remember going to like, so when they have these big American football games, they have this thing called a tailgate where people drink alcohol outside the trunk of their cars and stuff like that. And I remember like walking through the big crowd, and then this girl that was in one of my classes, I didn't even know who she was, never spoke to her. She's like, "Hey, you, Dre," that's flagging me down. I was like, "Excuse me?" She's like, "Come over here." I was like, "Sorry, do I know you from somewhere?" She's like, "Yeah, we're in class together and all this stuff. You're from the UK, right?" I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Come join me," and telling me how she was feeling me and all this stuff. I was like, "Wow, okay." You know, people paying attention. So yeah, it's just I say you've got USP out there, and that holds a bit of weight, and you can kind of you can use that to materialize what you want.
In your experience, in your personal opinion, Dre, what is it that makes American women so attractive to the English accent? What is it, brother? In your opinion, did you ask them out there? Why do you find my accent attractive, and why is that such a huge factor in you dating me?
You know what? I didn't actually ask a girl that, but I think, yeah, I think that they think it's just like, I think they think it's posh, and yeah, I think they think that like, oh, I'm just well spoken or I'm clever or something like that. But I think that's what it is. But I never actually asked like why they like it so much.
Yeah, bro. Like, oh, sorry, I want to be finished. I promise, IP. I was watching one video, brother, and it's just listing the top accents in the world. The British accent is at the exact like top 5 because women, they see, especially foreign women, yeah, and American women, they see the British accent as classy, sexy, very elegant, sophisticated, and I feel like it turns a lot of women on. They feel like, oh look, Black James Bond.
I'll be honest. I find the British accent annoying at a certain point for me.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm dealing with like a posh girl in England or something. I just find it annoying.
Yeah, especially a Chav, man. Oh my gosh, I can't stand Chav.
Yeah, Chav as well. Yeah.
Same here. I can't stand the accent even on women, man. I kind of hate the accent on women. She's got to have a foreign accent to her for me to deal with her.
Yeah, I'm happy
Yeah,
to say I feel the same way. I thought it was just me, but you just articulated how I was feeling. If anything, I would just prefer chatting to like just like a regular, just Cockney guy, London Cockney guy. Just, you know what I mean? Because they're just a bit more down to earth.
I mean, and that's why I say, personally, that if it came down to it, I would also pick an American chick over a UK chick. Obviously not from California or those crazy liberal states, but a chick from Texas, conservative place, Colorado, maybe Utah. And my brothers might actually check them. They're gonna come after me. IP, what are you talking about, bro? I'm joking, man. That's if the world ends. I've got to choose between an American woman and an English woman to procreate and to continue the human race. I pick the American girl.
IP and Dre, bro. I don't mind. I don't mind an American chick here who has a foreign accent. Yeah, like
What do you mean by that? Like a foreign accent?
You can tell. See, you can tell like she's American, but she has that in her accent. She kind of sounds foreign. Like I kind of like that. I find that more sexy. I know she was born and raised in America, but her accent is just a bit exotic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, very true. I mean, there are some American accents that I do find attractive. The Southern accent, on a black woman, or the Valley girl accent that I find that
Yeah,
attractive. The one,
Yeah, it's
if you've seen
quite
Clueless, back
yeah,
in the 90s,
yeah,
Clueless,
good.
that kind of
Oh my
accent is
gosh,
kind of
I'm
cute.
from the valley. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a cute accent, man. That turns me on. That gets my juices flowing, man.
Yeah, same.
Imagine how she sounds in the bedroom. I'm joking. Oh
Oh,
man, go on, Dre. We sorry I cut you
No,
off there.
I just feel like there's just the beauty of America is it's just the different marketplaces. So you can just, I say, you can move state and just get a completely different experience from another. So I just
Mm.
feel like just the pool of selection is just bigger. So it's hard for me to completely ever speak about America in its totality and just write off all the females. 'Cause I know there is some good quality out there. Whereas here in the UK, you already know we've got
yeah,
a
bro.
handful, a selection of cities. You can start traveling up north. You do your Leeds, you do your Manchester's. It's just like, oh my gosh, it's just the same shit. Oh, sorry, the same stuff.
Bro,
Yeah.
I've been mostly everywhere in the UK, bro.
Sorry,
Look,
Thomas.
look,
So brothers, feel free to call in, especially our American brothers. We want you to chime in this discussion to see how you feel about the UK's brothers' experience, and if you want to ask us questions as to how an American man will get treated by English girls. Also, if you can't call in, please catch up and super chat your questions. But call in, there's a lot of space on the panel. So carry on, Thomas.
yeah, yeah, bro. Jay. I've been mostly everywhere in the UK, man. Lord, give me strength, man. How did I survive? Oh
Me
my
too.
god. I think apart from London, the worst city I've been to in the UK, bro, was Birmingham. I know that's where you are, IP, brother. But Birmingham, bro. I heard like London. I heard horror stories, but Birmingham, dear Christ Almighty, I've heard horror stories, bro.
Horrible,
have
absolutely horrible,
have
man.
you any of you fellas been to Liverpool?
A bit,
Yes, I have
yeah,
Guys, just don't go
skanks
back.
over there.
Yeah, just
yeah,
exactly. It's
yeah.
just you probably catch a STD just by walking through the town centre.
Wait, wait,
Just yeah.
wait. IP, Andre, how many times have you been to Liverpool?
I think I've been there twice.
I've been there once.
IP. Ah, man, let me type on the private chat. I know. I don't want to. Give me a second.
Man, the north is wild up there. That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
Definitely don't want to do some random chicks there unless you vet her properly and you got to take a test.
IP.
Let me see. No, I haven't, Thomas. Let me know who that is in the private chat. 6'5" bodybuilder. What did he do, bro?
um.
Oh no, keep it. No, tell you. Oh
Yeah,
no.
I'll
Oh
keep
yeah,
it. Keep
nah.
it in the private chat.
Don't mention him, bro. I've read some bit of it. Yeah. Damn, nah. I'll speak to you about it tomorrow. Yeah, over a phone call. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Before YouTube comes out to my channel, nah, bro. When UK chicks come here. Oh, Japan style. Do you mind calling in? He says when UK chicks come here, they act bougie and only want top tier men. I smashed a few, but the majority of them are stuck up. I'm guessing UK chicks would do well in America too, because of the accent. Did you experience? Did you see that happening, Joy?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that I didn't actually think about that, but yes, they were. It, yeah, it was very gassed up. So it was like it was a similar thing to me where your stock times the 100 basically. But I specifically saw certain British girls and how they were operating, and I didn't really like it. I was like, who does she think she is? Like, why is she doing that? I did see a few kind of thing, and yeah, I agree. They just think they're basically the shit because they're getting so much attention. And you already know one of the brothers last time I was on the stream said that the female currency is attention. So
Yeah.
yeah, I saw a lot of British girls getting too much attention.
Wait. So
Break down. So, brother, my mind is swelling, brother. Please, bro. Dre.
Okay.
So brother, break down the races of English women that you saw and how they were moving, bro. That you didn't really like. Were they sleeping around, or did they ignore you as a fellow Englishman? And what race were these UK chicks, bro? Break it down, bro.
Mm,
Okay, so two come to mind specifically. There was a white girl that I knew, and I saw how she was moving, and there was a British girl that was like, I think she was Asian, like she was like Korean or China, yes, somewhere in the Far East. And I just I was just observe them because I used to see them around sometimes and see how they moved. And the best way I can say it, I just felt like they were just on a hype. Like, why are you behaving like that? Just like there was one that I remember having a conversation with her, a brief conversation, and she's just I remember she got a boyfriend out there. And I was asking her a question about something, and she was like, "Oh yeah, well, something, something. My boyfriend." I was like, "You've been here for like 2 months. You're talking about your boy." I was just like, "I ain't talking to you again." And then the other girl was just like, yeah, she was just doing extra stuff, man. Like just bouncing around, just too excited, basically. You know, I just felt like
Okay.
it was just
So
right.
somehow, so moving a bit like a kid in a candy store, like too
Yeah.
excited, or then doesn't know what to do. They're commodity here, so they're just
mm.
messing up. Do you mean sleeping around, or just like being rude, or being like the girls from Clueless, trying to be prestige?
So my perception is, I think that I don't know exactly how they were moving, but um, I just think I just saw them kind of just just I think I was sleeping around actually, yeah, but I think it was a bit of a low key thing, and I think a lot of them ended up like getting like boyfriends and stuff eventually. But I do know they had a lot of American guys that like liked them, that were after them, like legit had a lot of American guys that liked them.
Interesting. Did you join a frat out there, Dre?
I didn't join a frat, but I made friends with one guy that was quite senior in the frat, and he was quite
Okay.
cool. He invited me
Wait,
to
what's
a
the
few
frat?
parties.
What's the
Can
frat?
Sorry.
I ask? Can I ask why you didn't join a frat?
Because in fact he actually asked me to join, and I was like, I saw them doing some crazy stuff,
Yeah.
and I was like, no, I'm
Nah.
only here. I'm only here for a year. No, I don't need to start doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
But but yeah, that was part of the reason. It was just the way they were behaving, and the fact that I wasn't actually there for a 4 year degree. I was just there for a year.
Yeah, frats are
Wait,
evil, man. They do some crazy stuff. I wouldn't recommend any brothers joining frats, in my opinion. What was that,
wait, IP,
Thomas?
what's the frat? What's the frat?
Sort of like a secret male society
Mm,
in
Oh,
America. So they call
it's
it
like a
Greeks.
fraternity.
Yes,
yeah,
fraternity,
fraternity.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
okay.
see those American movies, they do some crazy trials to get
Yeah,
in. That's some nonsense, man. And it's
Mm,
yeah.
and once you're in it for life, you don't know what kind of thing you're binding yourself to. So be very careful,
Mm,
joining those kind of college
yeah,
groups,
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know that. I remember watching one film, talking about frats on. It was on Netflix. It was just a hectic film. I can't believe that. I can't believe that exists
Mm.
in America, bro. I can't
they
believe
they got a lot of love from women. The
yeah.
guys of
You
the
know,
frats.
you know the film I'm talking about. It was on Netflix.
Oh, and I think so. Was it like a series?
No, it was one film.
Okay.
Including that brother from Power from Power.
Yeah. I've seen it. Yeah,
Yeah, that film was crazy, man.
and
Jeez.
that I think that was quite accurate actually.
Oh wow, yeah. That's the no for me and our future children and my future
Yeah,
children. Nah, no. Um,
yeah, definitely.
so this has been a great stream so far. So brothers, if I don't get a new caller in the next 10 minutes, we're gonna end the stream. I think we have enough information here. I'm all about quality over quantity. I don't like to prolong things. just for the sake of doing so. So, Thomas, do you have any more questions at all?
So brother, in terms of like the American culture, like I know we're very exposed to it. I haven't been to America for like the last 7 years, but I know the culture really well. How was it in person? The culture, like how's the day-to-day experience, the day-to-day experiences? What were they up to? You know,
Yeah.
how is it in your opinion?
You know, in my opinion, I firstly I just couldn't believe how friendly people were. Just, you know, day-to-day interactions. You know, you're walking in the street, you go into a shop. I'm like, why is everyone so happy and friendly? Like, you
Mm,
know, when I used in the UK and I used to hear about oh, this incident happened or this shooting, I was like, when I was out there, I was like people are so friendly. I just don't see how that could even happen. You know, I remember one time I was literally standing in line in CVS. I was purchasing something, and this lady was I think I was at the front about to buy something, and I was talking to the cashier, and this lady heard my accent and was like, she pulled me, she said, "Oh, excuse me, could you wait there for a second?" And she started talking to me about the company she works for and how she might want me to like represent. Yeah, it was just that kind of stuff. People were just super friendly. So I just found the day to day was pretty cool.
Company you worked
how
for?
did how,
Sorry, Thomas.
Mhm.
no,
Thank you,
go on, Aki. Go on,
thank
Aki.
you, Mike. So focused and Matt. Thank you, brothers, for confirming. Hold on, brothers. Hold on, brothers. So what do you mean that she wanted you to represent the company, Dre? Break down that story for us, bro.
Okay, so yeah, this lady was basically an older white lady. She basically like so she was like, could you just hold on for 2 seconds? I said, sure, no problem. And she paid for her stuff, and then she started just getting to know me and told me she worked for this one company, and she thinks that I could be of use. And it just, I was like, what are you talking about? You don't even know me. And she was like, uh, basically explaining the company she worked for and that stuff. In the end, I didn't end up like, you know, I think we exchanged numbers and stuff, but I didn't end up like taking her up on whatever she was offering me. But it was just like, you know, a scenario like that traditionally just wouldn't happen. You know, she's like a middle-aged white lady. Do you know what I mean?
Damn, just having an accent, incredible, man.
Yeah.
Damn. So hold on,
Oh,
brothers. So one mic, so focus. I see you in the background. Do you want to turn your camera on, or do you want to leave it on? It's up to you, brother. So you would. Thank you for turning it off. Thank you. Let me bring in Mister One mic, so focus. How you doing, bro? You okay?
Yeah, man. So far, so good, fellas. I'm originally from New York. I see what it is. Sometimes, you gotta branch out from what I see. Having different experiences with different women in the United States is not exactly what it used to be. If
Mm.
anything, it's gotten worse. I mean, after
Ah,
you see the same thing over and over, like when you walk up to a chick, you see she's got the false hair, the eyelashes, and the nails that are like big like Wolverine. Nobody wants to wake up next to that chick. So a lot of times that's the main reason why a lot of people, a lot of chicks nowadays they get pumped and dumped or go. And it's sad, but a lot of dudes, some of them may be looking for something cordial, to actually feel the woman out. Because nowadays, a lot of chicks, I'm gonna tell you out here in VA, I'm originally from New York, but in VA, man, it is a nightmare. It's like walking death on wheels. You see a chick, she'll look at you, she knows she can gauge you on not only how by the way you present yourself, but it's like me being that I stay in the gym and I work. I'm an engineer,
yeah.
and the thing is, when you see that, you're like, damn. I mean,
But
I got
guess
up
what,
on my
bro?
square. Hmm.
That wasn't his experience in America, Dre. So this is what you're experiencing as a Black American brother in America.
Yeah,
Guarantee you,
exactly.
you won't experience that in the UK. They're gonna worship you over here. And Drake and me,
What?
Dre and Thomas can confirm it. Of course, yes, bro. The women
Wow.
here of every race are going to worship you here in the UK
Wow.
based on
Yep.
your accent, bro.
Wow.
But
I
we
mean,
don't.
that's the whole main reason why I got that passport and everything like that, to
Hmm.
get it on, you know. But to actually not just get it on with the chicks, but to actually have that experience of traveling abroad and not being stuck here. It seems like when you're
Mm.
over here, your options are next to nil, and it seems like you're stuck. I don't want to deal with the garbage or the trash. I'm done. And that's all I'm gonna say. I'm moving up now. Right. Absolutely.
Awesome.
I like your
Yep.
videos, man. First thing seen, I subscribe to that joint. Thank you, brother. You're doing a
Thank
good
you.
thing, man. Keep them videos coming, fellas.
Thank you, bro. When did you come across my channel? Was it this week?
Yeah, this week, today, I just so happened to see it. I'm like, what's this channel about? I look at it and I'm like, whoa, yeah, I definitely wanna subscribe to this because it shows more content rather than just the norm, you know. It's just like nowadays on YouTube, any of the good channels that are out there, they generally get capped. You know what I mean by cap? Like YouTube messes with the algorithms, and people that are actually looking for this kind of content can't seem to find it because they embed it to hide the truth.
Yeah, you're right, man. Hey, one mic so focused, man. Reach out to me on IG. Let's speak personally, okay? Want to know more about your situation, and want to introduce you more into the channel and the culture, okay, brother? So that's my IG on the screen. Can you see it? International Passport 5. Send me a DM, okay, bro?
Got it. Absolutely. I
All
appreciate
right.
you for having me here, man. Same thing for y'all, fellas. Appreciate
Thank you,
y'all.
bro.
Keep doing what y'all
Yes.
doing.
Appreciate you too, bro. Stay on the line. I'll come at you later, okay? Shout out to Mr. Mitchell. Hold on, Matt. Shout out to Mr. Mitchell for the £4.08 cash app. Thank you, bro, for the cash app. Appreciate your support. He says, seldom seen in live stream. Thank you, seldom seen. I appreciate you, bro. From seldom seen in live stream. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, brother. Much love. Shout out to Mr. Jeremy Sears again, 5th time supporting the channel. He's spraying those super chats like a machine gun over here, man. I appreciate you, Mr. Jeremy Sears, for the $5 super channel support. Much love to you, brother. Thank you. Shout out to Mr. CJ Banks, Carlton Banks. I'm joking. For the $5 Canadian super chat. Thank you, bro. Much love to you, brother, for the super sticker. Thank you, brother. So let me bring in Mr. Matt. Hold on, Matt. Let me bring you in now. What's going on, Matt? How you doing, bro?
Hey, I'm good. How you guys doing?
It's a fantastic evening over here in the UK. A bit hot, but I'm doing good, brother. Thanks for calling in, brother. Do you have a question for our guests regarding this live stream topic, brother?
Kind of. I wasn't sure because you was just telling American brothers to call in, so I didn't know if you wanted us to ask questions or if you just wanted to have conversation.
Yeah.
Um,
So you can ask questions regarding the guest's experience in the UK. You can also ask questions regarding how you would be treated over here in the UK as an American brother. So, fire away, bro.
yeah, I guess the first question is what city did you go to? You said you were in college 9 years ago.
That's correct, bro. Bro, I didn't actually want to disclose the specific information just in case.
What state?
Oh, the state was Michigan, so that's Midwest, I believe.
Yeah, I'm in Ohio, so yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Exactly, and like the American football culture was big and stuff like that. So I got the authentic, college experience.
Yeah, that's good. Did you have you said you had a good experience and you found more quality women unexpectedly, maybe sometimes?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think so as far as quality, I think just the US college experience. So you know the kind of individuals that go to college. So I just felt like it was just your prototypical just US kind of university students basically.
Okay. Well, how do you feel the comparison between the States and the UK? Um, you felt like it was way more receptive here, at least at the college university, or?
Absolutely, absolutely. I just found that people were just super friendly. Um, as far as like interactions with females, um, they were just a bit more cooperative, and you know, when they perceive you to be, you know, a foreign kind of entity, they're a bit more willing to kind of you know, just usher you into their social groups, and um, it just seems like there's a bit more adaptability on their end. So it was just a good experience from a black British male experience with females, and just it was just general day-to-day activities, you know.
Yeah, well, that's good to hear. I think what's happening is it's kind of like the foreign factor. You know, like if I go to the UK, you know,
Hmm.
they're going to be like, oh, this is good because this is different, this is new, this is fresh. Um, I think I think you're going to have more favor. You know what I'm saying? More
Hmm.
popularity. People are going to be more kind because it's just like the way people in the state. It's kind of like the way other people think of, like, say, even in Japan, they think of black people, they might say Will Smith. But in America, if they think of a black man, they'll say like Irish Elba. They'll think of a British man. Like that's the way they're going to be thinking through the things that they know that
Yeah.
they've seen, right? So that might be why, you know, you might have different things in your favor that you're unaware of, right? So that's like my question is to you: do you think that's the same in the UK?
You know what?
You think you
Yeah.
have a positive impression of you know, black men over there?
Absolutely. So I think a US brother's experience in the UK would be very similar. I think one thing I did do to enhance my experience in the US was um, I just put myself out there. So I think I did know other British guys that were out there, but they were a bit more timid and might have not spoken up as much. But I think if you want to maximize your experience in the UK as an American brother, one thing you should probably do is just be willing just to take social risk. So, you know, if you're out, speak to as many people as possible. You know, just be willing to just, you know, just be outgoing basically. And I think through that, it was kind of like my way of advertising myself when I in the US when I was around, and I got a lot of good reception from that. Like, you know, just little things like I might be in the street, a woman's walking by, and I pay her a compliment. Like, sorry, not to not to be disrespectful, but I just wanted to compliment you on your dress. It's got a really nice fit on you, and that's my way of pretty much speaking. So she hears my accent. Oh, thank you. Where are you from? And then, you know, transitions to get the number type thing. So you got to be willing to do that to advertise yourself, and then, you know, the reception is usually positive.
So let me ask you a question, Dre. So outside of college, right? Were you also bagging women outside of college? And was that your method? Just cold approaching them, complimenting
Yeah.
them, getting the number, and it goes on from there.
Yes.
Was that your method and your trick outside of college?
Absolutely, I was active. So I was
Damn.
active. The only place I'd say that the superpowers weren't as potent, but even then, like I still got good feedback. But in New York, because I remember being in New York, and like I tried it with a few females, and it was like they were busy or they were just walking, but I still got love out there anyway. So yeah, that was my approach. I would like, see a girl I like, or, I don't know, I might be in the library doing something, and I speak to someone, and because I know I'm going to get that reaction. Also, so where you from? What did you say? That kind of thing. So that was generally speaking my approach, and I use that quite a lot, and it scored me a lot of opportunities.
Damn. And that's what, Matt, if you're hearing this very clearly, Matt, that's what you should do when you come to the UK, bro. Just go to random girls, speak, guarantee you 9 times out
Yeah.
of 10, she'll ask you, where are you from?
Where you
And
from?
then,
Yeah, ask for directions, something like that.
Yeah, that's dope.
it's a
Yeah.
cheat code, bro. It's a cheat code. Just being a Western brother. It really is a cheat code worldwide. If you watch the Germany video I dropped yesterday, brother had a great time in Germany, in Berlin. A lot of brothers need to understand your potential. The world is your oyster. The
Mm.
world really is your oyster. Just get that passport, believe in yourself, and it will be good, man. So right now we're at a stage where, as black men, keeping it real, we don't have much power, much positive influence, but we're still getting women. So imagine when black men rise to the top and become CEOs, directors. It won't be fair for everyone else, man. It won't be fair. We really are the top man in the entire world. We have to realize our potential and we have to use our potential for good, and things will change, man. Ain't that right, Joy? Because it's
That's
crazy,
real.
bro.
That's so real.
Man.
There's a lot of there's a lot of untapped potential, as you said, in the black male kind of experience and race. Like, absolutely.
Yeah, particularly educated black men, because right now most women just see the rappers, the athletes, etc., etc. And but when they meet that educated black man that's intelligent, wears a suit or wears dresses normally, no gold chain, no purple hair, no long braids, none of that nonsense we see in rap videos nowadays. Okay, no chokers, all that BS. You come through wearing, I know spiky shoes too, right? You come through wearing, looking normal, intelligent, and women are thinking that black man exists, that type of black man exists, and then they'll be attracted to you like a magnet. That's why I experienced worldwide, brothers. You know, that's why the educated black man, this movement, it's gonna change a lot of lives, man. Trust me, the woman that you're gonna get that you can't get in America, the 8s, 9s, and 10s, you will get her abroad, Matt. So keep the faith, bro. Trust me. You're good money over here, bro. You're good money, brother.
That's good news. What type of demographics are in the UK? Is it just white and black chicks?
So
Wow.
this will be the last question for you, Matt, before I bring a new caller. But just to
Okay.
answer your question, Matt. So it is white, it's black, it's mostly Indian, so South Asian women. There's some East Asian women here as well. But each group of women are definitely checking for American brothers, particularly the black and white woman. So if that's your cup of tea, brother, come down here to the UK. Don't wife him up. Come here for a good time, bro. That's why I'm running away from the UK woman. If I wasn't, the channel wouldn't exist. So, but you're good, bro. Come here, have a
I
good
got another
time, meet
question.
women. Okay.
Which travel? Which
All right, brother. You fix your connection and your audio there. Shout out to
Absolutely.
Mr.
I got a
Volcanoes.
question. What's the best
Okay.
travel?
You there, bro? Hey, bro, you got some AOL connection, Mr. One Mic. So focus.
Yeah, I have
So
a
you can.
question.
Go on, bro. Go on, bro.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, bro.
Damn.
Go on, bro.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you, bro. I hear you, bro. Yes, I hear you, bro. Go on, bro. Hey, you good, bro? You got.
Hey, just type it in, man. I'm gonna
What's the
drop off
best?
IT.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate you, Matt.
I have a
Thank you, bro.
question.
Okay. All right.
Hey, you good, bro? Hey, you got some
Yeah, I
chick
have a
tickling you
question.
over there in the car or something, bro? Some girl tickling you?
Man, nah. I was wondering, what's the best travel agency to travel? You know what I'm saying, abroad if you're traveling frequently, or if you decide to travel frequently.
Travel agency? I don't know about that. I
Oh,
just.
IP, that's actually a
Do you
good
mean by?
question.
Do you mean by airlines? Go on, Thomas. I'm not sure about travel
Yeah,
agency.
I
yeah,
mean,
So
yeah.
not just airlines. Like, I want the whole package, like travel, hotel, and you know what I'm saying. Once you get the travel and get the hotel, you're gonna pretty much find the demographics of which area that you want to be in. That you're gonna be frequently meeting different women. So, I've heard that all around, all abroad, that you can meet different women, but I want to go and not get ripped off. Not just get ripped off, but I want to make sure that I get the quality travel to make sure that the trip goes by as smooth as possible. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, that's a broad question, bro, and I think it's depending on city and country. So that's
Yeah.
yeah, I can't answer that now, bro. I'd have to. It depends on what country you want to go to and what city is good and what hotels you need to be
Mhm.
at to make advantage of your scenario of your area. So that's a hard question, bro. I can't answer that, to be honest.
IP, in terms of airlines that you use, which ones have you used? Do you use Virgin Atlantic, British Airways, EasyJet?
I
Which
use Go on.
no. Which airlines have you used, and which one would you
So,
recommend for UK brothers?
when it comes to cheap, cheap flights. I think so this would be the American equivalent of Sprint or Spirit Airlines. So
Oh, I heard of
Ryanair,
them. Yep.
yeah. So Ryanair, EasyJet, I use. If it's a really long journey, I'd probably do British Airways if I can find a good deal on that. That's very cheap. I like to look for deals. So those three I use mostly. I think I've used Virgin, but only once. Only once. And that was to a far country a couple years ago, and I got on a
Okay.
good deal as well. So I'll use any airline as long as I can find a good cheap deal.
Hmm.
I'll go, because it's not worth spending a lot of money on tickets just to travel there. You know, so you
Mm,
want to find good deals, and Ryanair and
Yeah.
EasyJet, which is the Spirit equivalent of America, is cheap. Hold on. Shout out
awesome.
to
Nice.
Volcanus for the $10 super sticker. Thank you, Volcanus. Welcome back, brother. Appreciate the support. Much love and appreciation to you. So awesome stream, brothers. Awesome stream. I think I'm gonna end it because it's so hot, over here in the UK, brothers in
I'm
America. You don't know how
sweating.
hot it is. It's really hot.
Yes, super hot.
I
So
am
I want to get some
sweating,
good
bro.
sleep. So I don't wake
Ah,
up like a zombie. Focus.
IP, bro. I've been waking up like the Walking Dead, bro, throughout the week, bro. This heat, this heat has affected my sleeping pattern, bro. I'm not gonna
No,
lie,
same.
bro.
Yeah, I
Oh
don't want
man.
to go to bed too late. I need to get up early and get some productive work done studying. Brothers, we got to study, chase our goals,
Mhm.
objectives. And I don't like waking
Absolutely.
up too late. So I want to thank you very much, Mr. One Mike So Focused. Do you have
Thank you.
any closing question or comment, bro?
Yes, absolutely. I just want to say thank you for your channel. I will definitely keep up with the content that's on here, even look at the older videos as well. I didn't even know that stuff like this actually existed where people are collabing in an effort to make things better for themselves. Because if all I can say is if you're in a position where things are not working out, change your environment, abundance
Mm.
mindset. Thank you. And I will be back. So
Yes, definitely,
you
bro.
already
And
know.
send message me on IG. Yeah, let's speak on the weekend, okay, brother?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mike. So Focused. Mr. Thomas Demihan, do you have any closing questions or statement, brother?
I have to say this. Another classic live stream, IP.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much. It's great to have you back, brother Dre. Your intel is always great, bro. Thank you very much for your experience. Yeah, IP, another classic. Keep up the great work, brother. And I can't wait for tomorrow's live stream. That
Mm-hmm.
I've been looking forward to. That video, that the of the that video of the German. Oh my gosh, why can't I get my words out? that that video they uploaded of the brother's experience in Germany, bro. But I can't wait for the live show. I've got a fair question to ask, but thank you very much, IP. Keep up the great work, big brother.
Thank you very much for the kind words there, Thomas. It's definitely going to be a classic stream tomorrow. Thank you. Mr. Dre, the man of the moment. I want to say a huge thank you for me personally for coming on the channel, for dropping game and your experience in America for brothers. It's greatly appreciated, bro.
Very welcome.
Do you have any closing statement you want to give out there to the brothers, bro, regarding
Closing statements. Just shout out to UIP. Shout out to the movement. I'm happy that you gave me the opportunity and the space to provide just a different perspective. So any UK brothers that are listening to this, and also American brothers, just recognize that once again, it's like marketplaces. Your values changes in different market, and I hope I've given you a bit of an insight into how your value can change in a different jurisdiction. So yeah, love for giving me the opportunity to vent. Thanks.
Hey, thank you, Mr. Dre. Thank you, bro. Have a good rest to everyone who is watching the stream, who has watched the stream. As you can see, shout out to Mr. Matt Battle. He says here, Facts IP is providing solutions for brothers Most channels just talk about the problems, etc., etc. Facts, man. We're giving you the IT conference, the Manosphere conference that happened last week. That was life changing for brothers. We're giving you different countries of intel in America, in Europe, in Africa, in Asia, in the Middle East. We got intelligent brothers like Theo, you know, Thomas, Dre, J Bones, etc., etc., coming on the channel to show you that the educated black man does exist. You know, this channel is providing solutions, it's changing people's lives, it's saving people's lives. I speak to people every day that have told me that I've saved their lives, and you don't know what those words mean to me. You know, you don't know what those words mean to me. So we need to get more educated black men in this space. So the only way to do that is for you brothers to share my channel around, share my videos around, because you know, word of mouth is very powerful. We can start a very powerful movement here, you know, and this is only the beginning. Like I told you, brothers, if we are at a state where we have no power, we're essentially at the bottom of society, but we're still getting these dime women, what's going to happen when we do reach the top? When we do become CEOs, directors, executives, you know, IPOing our companies, being CTOs, CFOs, no other group of people or men can compete. We'll be grabbing all the beautiful women all around the world. So that should tell you just how incredible black men are. So if you're a black man that has low self-esteem, that has his head looking down all the time, thinking that, oh, I'm black, blah, 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 keep your head up and believe in yourself. All right? Believe in the movement, believe in the goal, believe in our greatness. We're all going to be great. We're going to be more than great. It will take time, but you have to crawl, you have to walk, then you have to run. Okay? So great point there, Matt Battle. So brothers, make sure you go back and watch my video I dropped tomorrow regarding the German woman upload to get you ready for the live stream tomorrow I have on Germany. That's going to be an incredible stream because the brother from America had a great time with German women. Germany is a hotspot for brothers. I've said that for many, many years now, and it's still a hotspot for brothers. All right. So if you want to get that intel, you know, watch the video that I dropped yesterday, get hyped up, get prepared, and share that video too, you know, because in that video we see a happy black man with beautiful women around him. You know, a lot of black men in the West feel like they can't get a beautiful woman. They feel like they have to date the fat, ugly, trashy woman. You know, the Keishas. You know, you don't get how angry I get when I see some dusty brother dating some fat white girl. Why? You know, I'm about sick of seeing that. I want to see you brothers with beautiful women. You know, and if it means traveling to get those beautiful women, get that passport, man. I want to see brothers with slim, thick black woman, slim, thick white woman, slim, thick Asian woman, Middle Eastern woman, Arabic woman. And there's proof that we can get that. So don't settle for low value woman. Settle for high value women that look good physically and they think well, submissive, and are feminine. Okay? I'm going to end the stream now. Have a great night, evening, or afternoon, wherever you are, brothers. International passport out. Peace out, brothers. Thank you.